AHumbleSoul. We checking back in, man. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already connected with us and you appreciate the content. Dallas rapper Yella Beezy, he's out on bond right now. He recently posted a $750,000 bond, and this is in relation to him being charged, for allegedly ordering the hit, on Mo 3, which happened back in November of 2020. Yella Beezy, he was arrested in March of 2025 and charged with capital murder for allegedly paying somebody to kill Mo 3. According to prosecutors, Yella Beezy hired Keywan White to carry out the hit on Mo 3. It's alleged that he paid him $40,000. Mo 3, he was driving on the interstate when a dark colored Camaro pulled up on side of him. Reportedly, the car had been following him since he left an apartment where he was chilling with a chick, and just trailed him onto the interstate. And he eventually decided to pull over in the middle of the interstate, and the car that was following him pulled over a little bit in front of him, hopped out and started letting off shots at him. Mo 3, he took off running on the interstate, but the guy who's allegedly Keywan White chased him down and shot him multiple times, and Mo 3 ended up dying on the interstate from his injuries. Keywan White and another guy by the name of Devin Brown, they were both arrested in connection to Mo 3's murder. Fast forward to nearly 5 years later, Yella Beezy's currently fighting, a capital murder charge. Originally, he had a $2 million bond, but he had a bond reduction hearing. He was trying to get it down to $250,000. They decided to knock it down from $2 million to $750,000. During this bond reduction hearing, it was revealed that a confidential informant had overheard, Yella talking to somebody about paying Keywan White for the hit. And it was also revealed in court that Yella had withdrew $40,000 in cash from his bank account days after the murder of Mo 3 took place. And they were saying that was the money he was using to pay Keywan White for the hit.
A state's witness will testify to being present for a conversation about the payment for the murder of Melvin Noble. This conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder in November of 2020. A state's witness will testify to the individuals present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will also testify to Marquise Conway, the defendant, being present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will testify to the amount of money that was to be paid for the murder. A state's witness will testify to the individuals responsible for the payment. That state's witness will also testify that Marquise Conway was one of the individuals responsible for a portion of that payment. A state's witness will also testify to the individual who would receive this payment. The state's witness will testify that Keywan White was, in fact, the individual to receive this payment. The state's witness would also testify that Keywan White, or to who shot and killed Melvin Noble. This witness would also testify to Keywan White being the individual who shot and killed Mr. Noble on November 11th of 2020. Again, this conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder. The state has also had an opportunity to review bank records of the defendant, Marquise Conway. These records would show that the defendant drew $40,000 in the days following the murder of Melvin Noble. And for the record, that was a cash withdrawal. These records would correspond to the exact amount which the state's witness would testify to.
But, Yella's attorney, on the other hand, kind of questioned the credibility of that confidential informant.
The offense itself is approximately 4 years and 4 months ago when it occurred. You carefully reviewed those affidavits and set out how the offense, and you saw the video. Nowhere in those affidavits is there any mention of our client, any mention of his role, any mention of connection to this case in either one of those affidavits that you have before you that you can consider. As far as the proffer given by the state, they choose what they can proffer. They said they have one person who overheard a conversation after the incident that happened on the highway, in which he heard money being discussed, and our client present at that during that conversation about paying money. You received no information in the proffer as to the credibility of that witness, if they have a bias or a motive for coming forward now at this time, 4 years, 4 months later, with this information. You only have you don't even have a proffer that this was a confidential informant, which you know requires some type of vetting, just that it's a person who said they were present during this one conversation.
You know, at one point in time, Mo3, Yella Beezy, and Trapboy Freddy, you know, they were all cool, all a part of the Dallas rap scene, but they had, you know, a falling out. Some say it's linked to a song called Pick Six that featured, you know, Trapboy Freddy, Yella Beezy, Go Yayo, G Money, Lil Runny, you know, Lil Runny, who was unfortunately murdered with his daughter. And it was a couple of other people on there as well. You know, Mo3 was left off of that song, and it said that may have caused some friction, but it went from there. You know, allegedly Mo3 had an altercation with Trapboy Freddy, where he was trying to fight him, and a gun ended up being pulled and all of that. You know, and in 2018, you know, Mo3's close friend, he was a comedian by the name of Roy Lee. He was reportedly jumped by Yella and his crew, and he was later shot, you know, ended up dying a couple weeks later from complications related to that injury, you know. Shortly after that, you know, I think around a month after that, you know, Yella Beezy, he was shot up himself while he was driving home from a strip club. You know, somebody pulled alongside of him, shot up his G-Wagon. He was hit multiple times. And, you know, fast forward a couple of years later, you know, Mo3's followed, chased and gunned down in broad daylight on an interstate in Dallas. So it's a crazy like chain of events that have taken place surrounding these people, man. You know, Trapboy Freddy, he was rumored to be on the run, linked to this whole Mo3 murder case. You know, after Yella Beezy was arrested and charged with capital murder, some stuff came out online that potentially Trapboy Freddy was linked to this as well, and that he was on the run. But he recently did an interview with a platform called Bad Speakers TV, where they asked him if he was on the run, which he denied. You know, he said that, you know, he was on federal probation, so he definitely couldn't be on the run.
It's a rumor on the internet, and if you don't want to answer, we'll just cut it out. You know what I'm saying? They say you on the run. Is that true?
Hell no.
Okay, I was just asking that what they say.
That's that internet shit, bro.
Yeah, they were like, ask him is he on the run. I'm like, nah, I ain't seen nothing like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm on probation, bro. I can't be on the run.
Why don't you talk to us about you and Yella Beezy friendship, man? How did y'all meet? How old y'all was? How long y'all been cool?
That's my nigga. We locked in, you know what I'm saying? All the way locked in. I can't remember how old we was, but we met in like hole in the wall clubs and shit in Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Gambling and shit like that.
Okay.
I think it was a strip club, but it was a hole in the wall strip club, but we were young and a bitch, but we just locked in on some player hustling, you know what I'm saying? Oak Cliff nigga shit.
Yella Beezy, he's always said that he didn't have a real issue with Mo3. He even expressed in an interview with Say Cheese that, you know, he felt bad about how everything played out for Mo3. You know, that it wasn't something, he didn't wish death on anybody, jail on anybody. He just wanted to be kept out of the BS, man.
I don't feel like I can't say I owe an apology because like I never said nothing. You get what I'm saying? Now I hate how the situation panned out and, you know, shit like that. But like far as me like trying to apologize, I don't want to say the wrong thing to get it like misconstrued, but it's like, nigga, I wasn't saying nothing. Like for what? Yeah. Like I had no parts of that. Then at the same time, I was never responding to none of that shit. Like, cause I ain't have nothing to do with the shit. I never had nothing to do with it to begin with. And then like I say, it'd be different if I was on that motherfucker trolling with him. Mm-hmm. Of course, a nigga hate how the situation panned out, but I didn't start that shit. Like, my dog, like, I never wish bad on I don't give a fuck who it is, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't wish death on nobody. I don't wish jail on nobody.
Yeah.
But we'll see how everything comes together and plays out with this Yella Beezy capital murder case. Just wanted to report on that, man. R.I.P. to Mo 3, definitely one of the hottest artists out of Dallas, man, before he was tragically, killed, man. Unfortunate to see. R.I.P. to him, man. Condolences to his family. Shout out to everybody tuning in and rocking with AHumbleSoul. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit the button ASAP, man. Drop a comment, and all of that. If you appreciate the content, be sure to check out some of our merch. If you want to support, it's greatly appreciated. Until next time, I'ma holler at y'all, man. 100.